welcome to the Girls Inc. Stay Home Social. My name is Emily Thompson, and I'm president of the board at Girls Inc. of Kingsport, and we are delighted to have you with us again this year. Of course, we are looking forward to hopefully next year a Southern Social in all of its form at the Farmers Market and Girls Inc. But we are so glad to have you here with us for the Stay Home Social, and we hope that you are relaxed at home and ready to learn about all that Girls Inc. of Kingsport is and all the ways that you can be a part of this great organization. On behalf of our board, we thank you for taking the time to join us. We thank you for those that have already been donating and those that are yet to donate. We could not do this without the help of our community, our donors, our volunteers, and of course our board, our staff. So we thank you. We're going to start the night off by learning about Girls Inc. of Kingsport and everything that it entails. And we're going to learn that from none other than our executive director, Julie Short. Julie, thank you for being with us.
Hello, Emily. How are you?
I am well. Tell us about the mission of Girls Inc., please.
I would be delighted to. It's my favorite thing. The mission of Girls Incorporated is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. And we take that mission seriously as an executive director, as a staff, and as a board. But Girls Incorporated is so much more than a mission. This is a home away from home for the girls that we serve each day. The girls that we serve, 94% of these girls come from single-parent homes with annual incomes of less than $10,000 a year. COVID has hit our families hard, but I am so proud to say, because of our wonderful staff, board, and volunteers, we have been able to operate and offer school programs during the day, after school care, feeding programs, as you know, and virtual classes for our girls that we serve each day and their families.
You know, the mission of our social every year is to prepare for our summer programming. And
Yes.
of course, this is a summer that will be so important with things that have happened through COVID. You know, so many students have been stressed with the learning virtual. We've been blessed to have a staff that helps with that process. And is really there to be a support system for our girls when their parents may have to be working. And you know, this summer is going to be a time where everybody has to really catch up with being ready for that next year of school. So it's a summer that's very important to these girls, and that is typically what this fundraiser, you know, is really geared toward, is really putting back all the money that we can to support programming for our girls. Will you talk a little bit about some of the individual programs that we do
Yes.
at Girls Inc. of Kingsport and Girls Inc. nationally as well?
Yes, we're really proud to be part of a national network. Girls Incorporated has, as you know, affiliates all over the country and Canada. I will say that for our affiliate, we were named the Small Affiliate of the Year in 2020. No small feat during COVID, so that's thanks to a great board and staff. Our programs are all educationally based. I think people sometimes think, well, what do you do at Girls Incorporated? Our girls are continuously learning, but we try to make that learning fun. We have computer literacy programs, some great art programs, dance, piano, so many things that are going on that minister to the whole girl, spirit, mind, and body. Also, the girls love their cooking classes. We have Lego League, and prior to COVID, as you know, a robust sports league. We also offer classes for our parents. As I said, we try to be there to be that piece that helps our families grow and be the best that they can be.
You know, I myself have been involved at Girls Inc. for many, many years in different formats. Worked here,
Yes,
volunteered
you did.
here, and now as a board member. And you know, it's one thing that just reaches in and gets your heart and never lets go. It's a program that we're proud of.
It is very.
And you know, COVID has been hard for everybody. COVID has been hard on this community. It has been hard on nonprofits. But certainly having a safe place for these girls to be and for these girls to continue to learn and thrive. There's no question that what goes on in the world around us right now is easy on no one, but it is certainly not easy on youth and not easy on little girls. So we're glad to have a safe place and a way to help them learn and really become strong, smart, and bold women, because they're our future. They are certainly our future, and as we know more and more every day, we need strong women and women to be in those powerful positions. And so we are hoping we see many of those come right out of this building.
Well, it's interesting you said that, because tonight you're going to get to hear from two of those strong women. This is my 22nd year at Girls Incorporated. I can't
She
believe
started
that.
when she was 5.
Five, very young. But you're going to get to hear from two extraordinarily smart women who I am so proud that I was a part of. I was the program director many years ago when they both were members here, and to see the impact they're making in their communities. That is the thing that I want all of you to understand. Our goal is to help our girls be responsible women when they grow up. We want to make sure that our girls, who are our future, are prepared to meet the needs and the ever-changing things that are going on in our world. We really take this role seriously. These girls are our hearts. And I won't cry, Emily. We all know that happens.
She will cry before we're done.
But it is very critically important. When we see girls whose families had no food when things were happening last year, that they were able to call myself or Miss Emily, Miss Caitlin, so many of our board members, staff members, and we were able to plug in those gaps. Thanks to you, we had Christmas. You were able to plug us in for so many volunteers to help us make sure all of our families had a great Christmas. So I thank you and the board for that.
You know, it's great to be on a board that is filled with people that care about the organization that they are supporting. And we are blessed with some of the very best. You're going to meet some more of those later on as we talk through some other parts of our Stay Home Social. But again, you know, this whole night is about the mission of Girls Inc. and how we can give back and really give them a great summer of programming and a great rest of the year of programming. So we thank you for being with us. We're going to check in with a few more people on the board and let you learn about ways to give throughout this event.
1 in 5 girls will be a victim of childhood sexual abuse.
92% of teen girls would like to change something about the way they look.
90% of eating disorders are found in girls.
98% of girls feel pressure to look a certain way.
1 in 4 girls today fall into a clinical diagnosis.
Girls Inc. has made me strong.
Girls Inc. has made me smart. Girls Inc. has made me bold.
Girls Inc. teaches me how to respect myself and my body.
Girls Inc. believes every girl can succeed.
Girls Inc. makes me feel loved. Girls Inc. believes in me. Girls Inc. helps me grow. Girls Inc. is a safe place.
With you in our corner, you can help girls like me. Like me. Like me.
Like me. Like me.
Like me.
Meet Jeff. In his life, he's been to the bottom of the ocean, the tops of mountains, the ER twice, and all the places this guy runs off to. Like Jeff's, a life well lived should continue at home. Home Instead offers customized services from personal care to memory care, so older adults can stay home, stay safe, and stay happy. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
Julie had mentioned some of the great girls that have passed through the doors of Girls Inc. of Kingsport, and we've talked about how we are trying to create strong, smart, and bold women for the future. So now we're going to hear from a few alums of Girls Inc. of Kingsport, and we are so blessed to hear the stories of where their lives have taken them. So please join us in some great stories.
Hello everyone, my name is Amara Kincaid and I'm 20 years old. I began volunteering at Girls Inc. when I was 15 years old, and I was hired as a program specialist when I was 16 years old. To me, Girls Inc. is a safe haven for all girls. Here, girls are given a unique experience that caters specifically to them. I think that is important because we can ensure that our strong, smart, and bold motto that we teach will help them develop into independent and successful women in the future, and they will be able to be role models for girls and pass along their knowledge to them.
What Girls Inc. means to me, it's hard to describe in a short video, but I will attempt to do so. My name is Rebecca Latin, previously Rebecca Comage. I grew up in Kingsport, Tennessee, and attended Girls Inc. from the time that I was 5 years old all the way up through high school, and came back and had the opportunity to work at Girls Inc. as a college student during the summer. So all of my youth counselors and the program coordinators at Girls Inc. Kingsport always invested in me. That was the first time I had the opportunity to do a Take Your Daughters to Work day because my mom worked full time as a single mother. I got to be introduced to working with my hands and building sports cars or soapbox cars, which I probably never would have done if it wasn't for Girls Inc. I had the opportunity to be mentored by some brilliant women during my time there that influenced me. I got the first opportunity to travel on an airplane to go to a national conference in New York City because of my involvement with Kingsport. Several opportunities to present in front of the board, which I still take those opportunities with me today. In public speaking, I actually participated in Toastmasters, which I think definitely set a foundation for me in speaking publicly and being inspired to use my voice. I still try my best to live by the motto of Girls Inc. today, being strong, smart, and bold. I've been fortunate enough to live several different places across the country and have always found the closest Girls Inc. to me to try to stay invested in those young women and try to give back at their fundraisers and opportunities for volunteering. And without question, I always say this. Everybody that knows me knows my commitment to the mission of Girls Inc. Without the Girls Inc. of Kingsport, I would not be the woman that I am today. I would not be as motivated and as driven and focused on my goals and what I can accomplish if it wasn't for the women that poured into me consistently that were a part of the Girls Inc. community at that time. And so it will forever be a part of my life's mission to contribute and uplift Girls Inc., especially the one in Kingsport, because I know those young women need it and I know that they appreciate it. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and my experience with Girls Inc. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk a little bit about my experience.
Hi, I'm Beth Fullwider, and I'm a Girls Incorporated alumni. Girls Incorporated played a huge part in my life as a little girl. It was always a safe place to go to after school. Our families always knew that we were well taken care of and in a safe environment. We were treated as if we were the staff members' little girls, and we were taught to put education first. We knew that we could be strong, smart, bold women one day and that the sky was the limits. We were also taught that, especially being a little girl of color, we could do anything we wanted to, from being a doctor, a lawyer, or a teacher. We were taught things that I still use even today. I'm now a child care employee, and Girls Incorporated played a huge part in what I knew what I wanted to do whenever I got out of school. Now that I have a little girl of my own, I can teach a lot of the things that they instilled in me as a little girl. A lot of the staff members that I had growing up are still in my life today, and I still reach out to and we still communicate with. So it's just something I've always had in my life, and they'll always be a part of my life, and I'll always love them for the way that they helped raise me as a little girl. Thank you so much, and I love you.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm 9 years old, and I'm in 3rd grade. And this is my sister, Shiley.
And I am 10 years old, and I'm in 4th grade.
And we go to Girls Inc. I love Girls Inc. because when you need new clothes or new shoes, they got you covered. And when you need help with your homework, they can help you.
When I'm at Girls Inc., I feel like I get to play with my friends. I get to make new friends, and I get to play with my sister.
A few years ago, I left and I didn't want to leave. When I got out the door, I just bursted in tears because I know I would miss Girls Inc. So much. And now that I'm back, I'm super happy because I get to see the people that I missed so much. And that's why I love Girls Inc.
Girls Inc. inspires us to be strong, smart, and bold.
Our goal is to serve you better, exceed your expectations, and provide you with extraordinary products and services.
I'm here for one reason, and that is to help you meet your financial goals.
What we do is for the member. It's not for personal gain.
If you want to be a part of a financial institution with a hometown feel where you get great products and excellent service, you should become a member at ECU.
I think our members love us because we treat them like family.
When you work for a company like ECU, it's life-changing.
I know that ECU will be there for my family's future.
Here at ECU, you're our #1 priority.
It's a true partnership.
I think it is exceptional.
Just the other day, I refinanced auto for a member. Not only did she get cash out, but we lowered her payment by $100 a month.
Always a good thing to have some extra money.
I didn't even look for another option.
A few months ago, I had to get the mom car.
My whole family does business there.
They help my money grow. You helped us buy our farm.
I love being able to help members at any stage of their life.
And that's what it means to have ECU beside you.
Joining us now is our Development Director, Emily Mays, and she is going to tell us all about the ways you can adopt a girl for the Stay Home Social. This is one of our favorite aspects of this fundraiser is girl adoptions and classroom adoptions, and such an easy way to give back to the programming. So Emily, please tell us all about these adoptions.
Thank you, Emily. Like you said, girl and class adoptions are one of our favorite ways that you can give and support our organization, but it's also one of the most impactful ways you can give. So when you adopt a class or a girl, you are directly adopting their development and their participation in Girls Inc. So there's a couple levels to giving in both girl and class adoptions. You can choose to adopt a girl for the summer, which is a $40 gift, adopt a class for the summer, which is a $250 gift, or you can adopt a girl for the entire year, which is a recurring $40 monthly gift.
So let's stop you there.
Okay.
$40 a month, and I'm adopting the programming for one girl. $40 a month. That is going out to dinner and having a nice dinner, $40, and you're doing that once a month to adopt a girl's programming for that month. How simple is that? I now feel like I'm officially in an infomercial, but wait, there's more.
There is more. So yes, like you said, sometimes when you hear that amount up front, it may seem like a lot, but when you break it down that way and think about the other ways you might spend that money, it's really not that much in the long run, and it's so impactful, like I said earlier. So a girl adoption for the summer provides a girl with the summer of a lifetime, really. It helps alleviate the cost of programming here at Girls Inc. So that gets basic programming activities such as meals, transportation, weekly pool trips, a Girls Inc. t-shirt so they can represent our organization. But it also helps us just enhance and really make their summer even better through field trips and camps. When you adopt a class for the summer, you provide all of those same things for an entire class here at Girls Inc. But it also lets us have STEM camp, Lego League, theme weeks during the summer. And when you adopt a girl for the entire year, you are providing that for 12 months out of the year. And that's just something that is irreplaceable and means the world to the girls.
Absolutely. You know, as we said before when we were talking to Julie, that, you know, the majority of our families are coming from a single parent home or a home with multiple children with an annual income of less than $10,000 coming into that home. So knowing that they have a safe place for the whole summer, just by someone saying, I'm willing to give $40 today, $40 a month, how easy is that? That we are all able to give back for a great summer for a little girl or a classroom of girls. Thank you for sharing that with us, and thank you for what you do for our organization. And we're going to share with you some more ways that you can give back through the Stay Home Social, and this one is how you get things back as well. So next we're going to talk about our silent auction. So stay with us. Don't take a drink break yet. You'll also see throughout the night links posted on our page as you're watching. That's where you can go take care of these girl adoptions. That's where you can check out our silent auction. So stick with us.
Yes, and I also want to add, when you do go to give on our website, it's a very simple process. It's a secure giving site, so you don't have to worry about having any issues. And yeah, it's simple.
Why don't you go ahead and talk through that process a little bit? So once you go to the link on our page, what do we do next? Because some of us have a tough time with technology. So break it down for us.
So you can directly click the link on our page, or you can do a quick Google search, Girls Inc. of Kingsport Stay Home Social, and it will take you to our Stay Home Social landing page on our website. If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll find a button that simply says Adopt a Girl. You click on that, you choose your level of giving. If you prefer to do the recurring gift with the yearly girl adoption, you will have to specifically choose recurring gift, and then you simply put your card information in, or you can also link your bank account. So it's simple, it's secure, and if you can online shop, you can adopt a girl.
It sounds easy enough. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Now we are joined by Catherine Hoffman, another board member here at Girls Inc., and we're going to talk about one of our most favorite parts of the Southern Social and the Stay Home Social, and that is the silent auction. This is something that we take great pride in and something that is such a benefit to our fundraiser. So we hope that you all feel the same way about it. Catherine is going to talk to us a little bit about the process with us being virtual. We're not walking around a table chasing bids. So it's a little different and it's a little easier, which makes it really great for those of you that love a silent auction. Gives you a chance to really research things.
Yes.
So Catherine, tell us about how to register to bid and how this whole virtual auction works.
Absolutely. So yeah, we have a fantastic auction with hundreds of items that
Did you hear that?
on.
Hundreds of items.
So very many. You'll find something you love. There's something on there that you just have to have. I know it. So first, go ahead and go to our Girls Inc. page and go to the Southern Social and click on that link for the silent auction. That'll take you to our Greater Giving bidding page. On that page, all you have to do is click register or get started. You click on that and it'll take you to a page, and you enter your name and your address and your phone number as well as your credit card. So they will just go ahead and automatically charge you at the end of the night. There's no checkout process like there is in person, which helps expedite things, which is great. So then you'll enter all that information. They will then send you a confirmation email. Go to your email and you'll just click on that confirmation link, and then it'll take you back to the Greater Giving page.
So now you essentially have your bidding number.
Exactly. You're all set to go.
You're ready to go.
And so then all you have to do, you're on our Greater Giving page, you can just scroll through the list. You just look for what you are interested in. And if you get tired of scrolling because there's so many items, and maybe you're only interested in restaurants, maybe that's all you want to look at, you can go over to the side. There's that menu bar at the top, the three little bars. You can click on that. Under that, there's a section that says categories. Under the categories, you can then click restaurants, and it'll show you all of the items that we have for restaurants. And so there's a whole bunch of restaurant gift certificates from all over the Greater Kingsport area. And if you like to eat, I'm certain there's one on there that you want. So we've got $100 to Chop House. And we've got $25 to Cootie Brown's. Who doesn't love pie? Please, that key lime pie, man.
That's right. That's right.
So,
so it sounds like you will not go hungry at the end of our silent auction. So we are so excited to be blessed with so many items on that.
Yes.
And really, there are some stellar trips. Who's ready to travel? Everybody.
Everybody.
And it doesn't mean you have to travel tomorrow if you're not ready. But when you're ready, we have ready-made trips to go as well. So go ahead and highlight some of those larger items per se, so people can be thinking about them. Again, you've got till 10 o'clock tonight to place those bids. So let's go ahead and highlight a few of those that come to mind. We got to have the whole list up here for us because there's way too many.
There's so very many. So we've got trips on this list to, well, if you just want to stay local, we've got what I'm going to call a trip to the Carnegie Hotel. It's a Carnegie Hotel package, and it comes with massage and dinner at Wellington.
And who doesn't need a staycation?
Right. So if you just want to get out of your house but stay here, we've got that option. If you want to go a little bit further, we can go down to the Caribbean. So we've got trips to Cabo San Lucas and Jamaica, and you can have a grand old time in the sun. And some of those have airfare and some of them don't. So, you know, if you prefer to get your own airfare, but then enjoy all the accommodations that come with that package, please bid on it, get it, and have some fun. We're starting to get back to that ability to go out and be more open and be with people. And so let's take advantage of that. And you don't have to use these packages immediately. You've got 18 months to go ahead and use it. So, you know, if it seems like you're not quite ready until December, that's okay. No big deal. And so besides those great trips to the Caribbean, you know, if you're a big golfer, we have multiple golf packages. So Scottsdale is, you know, that's one of those wonderful places that people just love to go golfing. And we've got a wonderful package for Scottsdale. If you are super into Alaska, I know there's a lot of folks who would love to go visit Alaska. We have an Alaskan cruise, and those are actually really hard to book right now because all the folks who were booked for 2020, the cruise lines went ahead and pushed all their reservations to 2021. So it's actually really hard if you want to go on an Alaskan cruise to get in right now. So this is
unless
you buy
get
this one.
package.
So please bid. If you want to go see Alaska, see the glaciers, see polar bears, see whales, bid on this one. And then we've got some for the movie buffs too. So if you are super into Game of Thrones or Harry Potter, we've got 2 trips. The Harry Potter trip is over to London, and you get to see the show that's on London's Broadway. I don't know what that's called. But
you know, that thing.
That thing. And I actually had the opportunity to go do that myself. That show is amazing. The actors are amazing. If you love Harry Potter, you have got to go see this show in London. Don't do New York. Do it in London. Hear the British accents. Do it exactly the way that it was built by J.K. Rowling.
So that's some great travel options.
Yes.
So now let's come back home and let's decorate the house. So talk to us about some of those great autographed items that you can get right here, right now.
Yes. So we have a hockey puck from the Nashville Predators. So if you're a big hockey fan, please bid on that and add that to your collection. We've also got a photograph of Kobe Bryant, 16 by 20, and that's been autographed. So those are harder to come by these days, and if you're a big Kobe Bryant fan, we highly recommend bidding on this one. And then we've also got, if you're a big music lover, we've got a Bruce Springsteen guitar that's been autographed by Bruce Springsteen. So if you love the boss, go ahead and get this guitar, hang it on your wall with all of your other wonderful New Jersey Bruce Springsteen memorabilia. On that same music side, we also have an Adele signed piece of sheet music from one of her songs. So, you know, you've got the Bruce Springsteen on one side, you've got Adele on another. That's got to appeal to some different folks.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed.
And then again, for those golfers, we have a Masters flag that's signed by Jack Nicklaus. So
Awesome.
I know I have seen very many decorative golf what's like homages in homes, and I think you need this Masters flag. You know, this is it. This is how you say I love golf, with this Jack Nicklaus Masters flag.
So again, that's a lot of those travel pieces, a lot of those autographed pieces, but we truly have a little bit of everything. As she mentioned, restaurants from all over the area. There are golf packages from here locally. There are all kinds of things in this silent auction. So please go over to our page, register for bidding, get started. You've got till 10 o'clock tonight. And again, all of that is going back to help all of the girls here at Girls Inc. of Kingsport. So thank you, Catherine, for all of your hard work, number one, on this silent auction, and number two, for really helping us get the word out about it. And for your service on the board here at Girls Inc.
I love Girls Inc. I'd do anything for them. They're fantastic people, and the mission and the difference they make is just amazing.
Which means you want to join us too.
Yeah, everybody does. So yeah, and I do want to give a shout out. There are so many local businesses in Kingsport, Johnson City, Bristol that have donated to our auction this year, and it is absolutely amazing. And so we'll be giving you shout outs all night on our page, but we have so many amazing items available from all of these different locations. And so, you know, if you love I'm trying to think, sorry, if you love jewelry or handmade wooden items like cutting boards or bowls or trying to think, some makeup artistry and things like that. Spa gift certificates, massages. Who doesn't need a massage? So we've got so much from all over the area, and I know that there's, I know that list is long, and if you get tired of scrolling, there is actually a little star up in the corner. You can go ahead and star that.
Pick your favorites.
And it'll store it into a list, and then you can just watch those favorites, and you don't have to worry about scrolling, like, oh shoot, that item was all the way at the bottom of my list. What am I gonna do?
That's great.
So just go to your favorites, you can watch them, and then you're all set.
It's great. So definitely get to bidding. You've got till 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Catherine, thank you. And thank you all for joining us for such a huge silent auction.
Hi, I'm Beverly Bowling, President and CEO of Horizon Credit Union, and we are thrilled to be a sponsor of Girls Inc. We want to make investments in our youth, and what better way than supporting the young girls in our community. As a local girl, I was once a dreamer, and I had a golden opportunity here in Kingsport. And so we're very interested in teaching our girls to be
strong, smart, and bold.
So Catherine, while you're here with us, you have been on the board as well many years, involved with Girls Inc. here in Kingsport for many years. So tell us one of your favorite Girls Inc. stories, or one of those stories that really just tugs at your heart.
Yeah, I absolutely would love to. So part of why I stay with Girls Inc. because they really are teaching these girls to be whole women, and it's not just the education piece, and it's not just the sports leagues. It's the pieces that come with that. It's learning to treat others well, and the piece the story that I always remember, the one that really gets me every time, is I had the opportunity to attend our Christmas party in 2019, which was in person. And the girls we always make sure the girls get presents. Every girl gets a present. And so they give us lists, and we try to satisfy what they've asked for, but we can't always do that, and we do the best we can. And so in this case, little girl got her items, and she opened them, and she had a Belle doll from Beauty and the Beast, like a Barbie, but it was a Belle. And she, without even blinking an eye, turned to the little girl next to her and said, "Hey, you really love Belle. I want you to have this." And she gave it to her, and she didn't want anything in return. She didn't ask to trade. She just wanted her friend to have what she loved. And it was so touching to see that these girls can come here and feel safe and build friendships and be so giving without even thinking about it. They're not looking out for themselves, they're looking out for each other. And seeing that myself, I could never walk away from Girls Inc. It's so wonderful here, and I want to do everything I can to make sure that more young girls have the opportunity to learn, to care about those around them, and build their community that way, because that's how we become strong, smart, and bold.
That Christmas party, it always, for those that are there with it, our volunteers that are there, our board that's there, there's so many stories that come out of that event alone, and there is never a story that doesn't give me chill bumps every time. Because, you don't realize what people maybe don't have that we are blessed to have in our lives, and knowing that we're able to have that day to give them that one positive moment, it's such a blessing, and we couldn't do these things without our partnerships with other organizations. We have the Civitan clubs, the Rotary clubs, the Kiwanis clubs, all of those that come in for so many of those events. And on top of that list, the United Way.
Absolutely.
We are blessed to be a United Way agency, and without that partnership, we truly could not do so many of the things that we're able to do to give back to these girls. So we thank them. Yes. We thank this community, of course, and again, thank you all for sticking with us for this Stay Home Social this year, and thank you, Catherine, for all of your help with this.
Absolutely. Now go bid.
Bid on those silent auction items. Joining us now is our Vice President of the Girls Inc. Board, Cindy Humphrey. Thank you for being here with us for our Stay Home Social.
Thank you for
having me.
And
Cindy is here to talk to us a little bit about the thank yous for tonight, but also, Cindy, tell us how you came to be involved with Girls Inc. of Kingsport.
I became involved with Girls Inc. of Kingsport because I kept coming to the golf tournament, and the basket games that we used to do a lot of. And a friend of mine that's was on the board said, "You keep coming to everything, you might as well come to the board."
Just like that.
Just like that. So I did. I came on the board, and this board, you're all in or you're not in. And once you walk in this door, you're all in. You can't stop with these kids. They just tug at your heart, and you're done. So, I've been on the board probably 7 years or so. Thought I was going to be, one and done. First 3 years, no.
We don't do that.
You don't do that. Once you're here, you're for life. Kind of like you. You started when you were like 2?
15.
Okay, 15.
Well, we certainly thank Cindy for her time here on the board and all of the things she's helped provide, and just the fact that she is such an example to us and to our girls of a strong, powerful woman, and we are glad to have her as a part of our family here. And Cindy, please, we have a lot of thank yous we'd like to get to for this evening. We certainly could not do this event alone, so please,
Absolutely.
proceed.
We have been very blessed this year. Again, we've had to have an online event, this Stay Home Social, and we couldn't have done it without all of our sponsors. And I'd just like to really thank the Eastman Foundation, Eastman Credit Union, Horizon Credit Union, Home Instead, and Volume Interactive are our major sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without any of those. And just as important as our other sponsors was Domtar, Hamlet Dobson Funeral Home, Joy McConnell, and CP Junk.
And again, this is such a hard time for all parties in the community.
It is.
It's such uncertain times that we're working in right now, and we truly could not do it without all of these sponsors helping us through this evening. And in addition to that, all of the people that have sought out or donated items as a part of our silent auction.
Absolutely.
Can we just talk about all those great things we've heard about for the silent auction? And remember, you still have time to bid. Bidding goes until 10 o'clock. So please continue to bid on those items and continue to give girl adoptions. We thank you for that. So thank you to all of you who are now a sponsor by giving what you have done. So thank you, Cindy, for joining us.
Thank you, Emily.
We all know we're ready for a true Southern Social event next year, because if we don't have Cindy dancing live, it's just not a fundraiser. So we are ready for that.
That's right. Last year we did, a little bit of break-ins with some dancing, but we're
not
doing that.
We're not going to let her do that here.
Not
it's
this year.
just not safe.
No, it's
we'll
not.
knock down the cameras.
That's right. So next year I'll be back at it at Farmers Market, throwing down.
That's right. Thank you, Cindy, very much.
Thank you, Emily.
What an evening this has been. We, again, thank you so much for joining us for our Stay Home Social in support of Girls Inc. of Kingsport. We could not do it without you, all of you, this community, our volunteers, our board, our staff, and every family that graces the doors of Girls Inc. We hope that you have enjoyed learning about our mission. Our executive director, Julie Short, is back with us again. And you know what? To close out the night, give us just whatever Girls Inc. story really kind of pops in your mind to truly, share the mission and why we're here and why the give today is so important for what we do tomorrow.
I will be glad to, and I will try not to be teary when I say this. In 2018, we had a family come to us. They had moved from a big city, and mom was homeless. 2 daughters, ages 6 and 8, and we were able to put them in touch with some community agencies, and she was able to find housing. Well, about 3 weeks later, the 8-year-old had a very tragic accident and suffered a traumatic brain injury, and the healing process was very hard. And the success that mom had made in getting that house, due to medical bills and other things, mom lost it. And that was tough to watch, but thanks to this staff and this board and this community, we were able to wrap our arms around this family. We were able to help mom with a monetary donation that helped her keep the house, as you know. The young woman was able, it took about a year to get some medical care and go back to school. And she and her sister have been longtime members, and they even joined us during COVID. And that's the thing that I want people to understand about Girls Incorporated. This is more than a place. And when you see a family experience the things that this family went through, and when you're able to link in with community agencies, when I'm able to come to my board when Emily's able to go on Facebook and say, we're facing a situation and we need your help. This community has always come through. And for these two girls, and I think that my staff that are in the room here would agree, to see the progress that they've made. And we're not the end-all be-all, but I feel that Girls Incorporated was a huge part of that healing. Mom was able to come back before COVID, attend parenting classes, get her credit cleaned up, and it was just I got through that without being too teary, but it was a very rewarding experience. So when you give, that's what we're doing. It's educational programs, but it's so many other things. Our girls need you, and we appreciate all of your help. Thank you.
You know, oftentimes we forget how blessed we are to be in a community like this.
Yes.
With so many different nonprofits, not just us, but so many that all work together for the good of the whole family. You know, we're working to reach these girls, but we're working to reach their families.
That's right.
We're really working to meet them where they are and raise them up and meet those individual needs. You know, it's not just about the report card. It's not just about a sports league. It's about meeting them with what they need. It's about keeping clothes on their back. It's about giving them food in their bellies.
That's right.
And keeping their family happy. To really, truly make life a little easier for them. And that is what is going to take them to that strong, smart, and bold later in life. And so we're so blessed to have a community that has always kept us going.
Yes.
And allowing us to continue to do this for the hundreds and hundreds of girls that have passed through here. So we thank all of you for being a part of that. We could not do it without the hundreds and hundreds of donors that have been a part of Girls Inc. of Kingsport and continue to support everything that we do here. So thank you for being a part of this year's Stay Home Social. Remember, you still have time. Keep checking back on those bids. You still have plenty of time for girl adoptions, classroom adoptions. Yes, yes. Keep doing that. Those do not shut off today. There's still time for that. But just watch that 10 o'clock mark for your silent auction. And again, on behalf of the board here at Girls Inc., on behalf of the staff, and on behalf of the organization nationally, we say thank you from Girls Inc. of Kingsport.